Hello and welcome to the Dan Edwards Show. I am, of course, Dan Edwards. On today's episode, we'll be taking a look back at the action from this past weekend here at House of Pain Wrestling, and we're kicking things off with Friday the 20th of September, where House of Pain debuted in a brand new venue in Sherwood. The show kicked off with the House of Pain Heritage Champion Kyle Crimson going one-on-one with Joseph the Iron Star. Before the match begun, Joe challenged Kyle to put his Heritage title on the line, but Kyle refused, so the match continued as a non-title match. It was Kyle Crimson picking up the win using some very underhanded tactics to score the pin over Joe Starr. It was tag team action next as the team of the King of Steel, Mike Angelo, and the former Canadian ice hockey player Paxton teamed up to take on the House of Pain tag team champions, the Sweet Life of Zach and TJ, in non-title action. And the match saw the champions picking up the win when they hit the Magic Killer onto Mike Angelo, and Zach pinned him to pick up the win. It was singles action next as the Black Sheep's silent assassin Ryu Genshin went one-on-one with one half of the Badly Dressed Boys, Brandon Brooks. It was a very fast-paced match which saw Ryu Genshin picking up the win after he hit a sliced bread onto Brandon. After the match, the Shepherd Johnny Sharp joined Ryu in the ring, and it was a 2-on-1 beatdown onto Brandon until the House of Pain heavyweight champion Joey Slade and the House of Pain women's champion Harley Harris came to Brandon's aid and chased away the two members of the Black Sheep. After the interval, it was the Derby hooligan Ruddy going one-on-one with the Harry Styles of House of Pain, Indigo Jones. And this match saw Ruddy getting himself intentionally counted out as he refused to enter the ring, as Indigo Jones was waving a Nottingham Forest shirt at him, so he walked away from the match and handed the victory to Indigo. In the main event of the night, it was a 6-person tag team match as the team of Mr. Number 1 Niall Hind, the Princess Lexi Olivia, and the Shepherd Johnny Sharp took on the team of the heavyweight champion Joey Slade, the women's champion Harley Harris, and the suntan Superman LJ Heron. As the match was going on, LJ and Johnny got into a brawl which took them out of the building, and then Oscar Prospero came out and attacked Joey Slade behind the referee's back, leaving Harley Harris in a 2-on-1 situation against Mr. Number 1 and the Princess. Harley, not going down without a fight though, managed to drop toe hold the Princess straight into Niall Hind's groin, and then rolled up Lexi to pick up the win for the team. After the match, Oscar Prospero continued to berate the heavyweight champion Joey Slade from the staging area. It seems that Oscar has set his sights on the heavyweight championship. Moving on to Sorely now on Saturday the 21st of September, the show kicked off with mixed tag team action as the Black Sheep's nice guy, Will Roberts, teamed up with a partner he was terrified of in the form of the Beastess, Dolly Dharma, and they were taking on the team of Kobe Woods and Lights Out Lexi Morgan. As the match was coming to a close, Will and Dory tried to work together to take out Kobe, but Kobe avoided the attack and Will took out his tag team partner, and Kobe took advantage of this, rolling up Will to secure the victory. Up next was the House of Pain Heritage Champion, the Bullhammer Kyle Crimson, who issued an open challenge to anyone from Sawley. The challenge was accepted by Sawley's own Adam Hancock, and we had ourselves a non-title match. Adam looked to be doing really well during the match, but made one mistake which Kyle took advantage of and then locked in a vicious submission hold, and Adam was left with no choice but to submit. Kyle tried to continue to attack after the match, but Alex Rue was on hand to save Adam and chase off Kyle Crimson. Up next, it was the battle of the big men, as it was the Imperial Dragon going one-on-one with the powerhouse punk Mikey McLovin. This was a hard-hitting back and forth match, which eventually saw Mikey hitting a GTS onto the Dragon to pick up the win. Jaden Law was in action next as part of the challenge to get to pick the stipulation for his match with Johnny Sharp in Beeston in October. He has to face all three members of the Black Sheep, and for each match Jaden wins, he can pick a stipulation, but if the Black Sheep win the matches, then Johnny Sharp gets to pick the stipulation. This was Jaden's first match in this series, and he was going one-on-one with the Black Sheep's monster, Rayner. Jaden tried his best during this match and looked to be closing in on victory as he dove off of the top rope, but Rayner was able to spear him out of mid-air, picking up the win, meaning the Black Sheep are 1-0 up against Jaden Law. Speaking of Johnny Sharp, he was in action next as he went one-on-one with the Gladiator, Shay Attilus. Before the match though, Johnny offered Shay a spot in the Black Sheep, saying that with his mentorship he could be great, but Shay turned him down and the match was on. Johnny didn't seem to know what Shay had in him, and it was a very close match which saw Johnny picking up the win while holding on to the ropes illegally to secure the victory. In the main event of the evening, it was an 8-man tag team match which saw Grayson Clay teaming up with Matlock, Owen Ocean and Mike Angelo to take on the team of Davey Thompson, Big Mike Wild, Zach Roberts and Alex Rue. However, during Alex Rue's entrance, Kyle Crimson attacked him from behind and hit him with a bullhammer elbow, meaning that Alex was unable to compete, leaving Davey, Zach and Mike in a 3-on-4 situation, but they were happy to continue and go on in a handicap match. As the match was going on, the two former tag team champions Owen and Mike were working well together, but were not getting on with Matlock and kept ordering him out of the ring. And as everything looked to be going downhill for Davey, Mike and Zach, Alex Rue returned to the ring despite his head injury, and ran wild on all of the opponents, but eventually his head injury caught up with him and he went down. Luckily, this gave time for Big Mike Wild to recover, and he took control and then tagged in Zach Roberts, and Zach did a splash off of Big Mike Wild's shoulders and picking up the win for the team. Well, that is all I do have time for today, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time right here on the Dan Edwards Show.